What
Not
was
me.
the question? Are the Twins trying to compete?
I think it was more geared towards.
Well, let's look up the question.
Because the answer is no.
Are they trying to compete?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Here's the problem. AL Central is a bad division.
Yeah, they don't care.
Well, I know, but I almost think that they think they can compete with.
They got some artisanal Bloody Marys coming this year. That,
They added an extra chicken on top of the
Yeah.
Bloody Mary.
yeah,
Another piece of pizza.
yeah. They got 2 slices of pizza this year. They probably got a sushi stand or something.
Is that my house?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a cool picture.
yeah. It's got the trophy in the background. My trophy for my league.
Shut up.
It's the Pat Huth Invitational.
That league, yeah. Title Invitational. Why can't I find this damn question? I swear it was right there.
So Mauer's money is off the books,
And
and they haven't replaced it with anything.
Yeah, we're $30 million under what we spent last year, or something like that.
So you could just give it to Bryce Harper, and then it wouldn't hurt at all.
But
I'm saying theoretically, though.
it's funny, but
I'm sorry, I'm over exaggerating my laugh.
and I'm only saying this
for entertainment.
I'm only saying this to be funny. Who does Bryce Harper replace in the outfield?
Here's a question.
He doesn't play center field, so I don't care.
So, and are they really building for the future? And you guys just all discussed that. We're not building for shit.
I think we're building for the future, but I
That's
think
all
that's
we
just
ever
kind of
do.
like-
That's
that's all we
it never
ever done.
changes.
They're still
Yeah.
leaning on Buxton and Sano.
Yeah. I mean, I heard Lavelli Neal today on Barrero talk about the season basically revolves around if Buxton and Sano can
They
take
said
the
that
next step.
that
Yeah,
last year,
That's the way it's been the last 2 or 3 years.
right?
I mean,
This is a team, by the way, people that got was it $400 million out of their taxpayers to build the stadium. To then they said they were going to reinvest that money into a payroll, which then we were told was Mauer, which now Mauer is gone. So what are they going to do? Well, looks like nothing.
well, they said from I think the beginning that they were going to take whatever the revenue was and spend 50% of the revenue they made.
So what's the revenue?
They've never spent over 50%, or the one time they've spent over 50%.
Didn't their earnings come in? They were talking about on the radio today.
It was like 250 or
250 million.
Yeah. So, I mean, theoretically, they should be at like 125, 130 or something like that. And we're $30 million under that, if not more.
We're under 100, aren't we?
Yeah, we're
We're at like at 89.
Yeah.
So we should be at 120 at least at minimum.
Yeah.
125.
Yeah. But, I mean, we've heard for years that the Mauer contract has hamstrung the team
That's
from spending money.
that's another elite pitcher, correct?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Maybe 2 okay pitchers.
I mean, if a couple Lance Lynn's.
Couple Lance Lynn's.
I mean, I'm excited for the Twins' future because I think they have good players in the minors. I mean, obviously, Royce Lewis. I think I just saw, I don't know if it was Baseball America's top prospects, but I think he was 5th. But then you got Alex Kirilloff, who you've probably never heard of. But
Yeah, but Pat,
I wasn't gonna say who because I didn't want to take any I guess credibility away from our podcast, because I'll admit I don't know these players. I know some of the basic obvious players for the Twins. I don't pay attention. They don't spend money, so I just go to the outdoor bar every now and then, you know. I want to go. I want to go see Barrios. I want to go see Barrios this year a few times. That's my goal.
Yeah.
So, if you don't want to spend any money on anybody, you're gonna get very little of my money. You're still gonna get some. That's your goal, right? Is to get some people's money. You're gonna get a little bit of my money, but that's it. I'd rather spend money on the Vikings.
yeah, I don't. I mean, as big of a baseball fan as I am, I don't go to many Twins games.
It's a waste of time. TJ,
I mean,
who's the best player on the team, on the Twins?
like production-wise or talent.
Your opinion right now, if you could take any player off the Twins, who would it be?
My answer would be Byron Buxton, but I think Eddie Rosario's up there too. He's more proven already. Like, he's done it at a major... Buxton takes a lot of crap, but I mean, like, it's just because people don't care about defense.
Yeah, that's...
Like, the dude won a Gold Glove and got MVP votes before he turned 23, and people act like he's a bust. Like, he got MVP votes.
Yeah.
Like...
And the franchise kind of threw him under the bus last year.
If there's one player that, if they said you can keep one guy, it would be Buxton. But if you said who's the best player right now, I'd probably have to say Eddie Rosario.
Who do you think, Pat?
I would probably go more of the pitcher route and say Barrios.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't including pitchers, but he's in there too.
I would go pitchers, but the only problem with pitchers is starting pitchers, especially, is they only affect 1 out of every 5 games.
What if we're talking the lineup though?
I mean I'm pretty on board with you as far as Buxton goes. I think the amount of runs and the defense he plays out in the outfield, and the fact that he gets on base and he's a problem. I mean, what did he hit, like the fastest triple in Major League history or something like that? I mean, just last year. I mean, the guy creates so many problems for the opposing team, you know, whether it's defense or on the base path.
Just another example, by the way, of speed killing. You know what I mean? Like, it's the most important asset in all sports.
Endy's put on 20 pounds of pure muscle since last year.
Since last year?
Yes, since
last
last
year.
year.
He might be able to mash then a little more.
I think they're hoping that it's going to, you know, make him not as... frail out in the outfield, or doesn't get hurt as often.
I feel like he's getting hurt by expectations, because the one we were just talking about just a second ago, like the Twins have basically their whole like their whole like plan is revolved around Sano and Buxton since before they were even in the major leagues.
Yeah, it's been like the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, so those two guys are gonna have to be like Mantle and Maris for. If they're not, they're considered busts already. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Twins have done them no favors, and they're doing it again this year. You're not putting anything around them. You're just putting all the pressure on those two. Like, man, like that. I don't know.
I think my thing with the Twins is they want to go young. Then if you want to go young, go young. You know, fast track Royce Lewis up to the majors. Fast track Kirilloff up to the majors. Let's get Nick Gordon to actually play some major league games. We drafted him 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean,
but then they have to pay him.
Yeah, you got to pay him quicker. But
that's what I'm saying. They want to pay these. They want to slow pay the fuck out of these.
I mean, they want to keep giving guys.
They pissed Buxton off last year.
That's going to be a problem when he's up for and he's done with arbitration and everything. He's going to remember that.
Yeah.
And he'll be gone.
Why did they put him through arbitration? Why don't they just sign him to a contract?
It's because they can save 1 more year of team control. I just think if the Twins are going to go young, just go young.
I don't know why people are interested in the Twins. They don't care.
I don't want to see Logan Forsythe.
I feel bad for the.
Isn't that what they did the last time they were good though? Like the Minkiewicz, Torrey Hunter.
Yeah.
Those years.
Perzinski, Koski.
Just had a group of young guys that took their lumps and got good.
Yeah.
It's kind of what they did with Puckett and Herbeck too.
Yep.
Like, yeah, they might as well. Like, what are you signing like average veterans for to be a little bit better?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're stuck.
We would understand they're on a different level when it comes to analytics and what goes into signing free agents.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I'm okay with them like signing like Nelson Cruz, but honestly, what was the point in signing Nelson Cruz if you're not gonna put, I guess, a better team around him?
We need another elite starting pitcher, and we need another arm in the bullpen, and I think we'll actually be okay.
I think we need a couple more arms. They're talking about turning these like guys that could be starting pitchers into relief pitchers. I mean, Fernando Romero, who came up last year, they're talking about making him a relief pitcher.
That kind of goes along with the trend in baseball of expanding the bullpen, correct?
Well,
because they don't want the starters to get burnt out. They
It's
want to give it to multiple pitchers. throughout the
basically
game.
5 and fly. You want your starting pitcher to get you 5 innings, and then you
Aren't you impressed? I knew that.
Well, it's impressive, and then get your relief pitchers to pitch 4 innings. One guy every inning for 4 innings.
What does Machado play? Shortstop or third?
He can play both. He wants to be a shortstop.
Yeah.
What's his contract offers look like?
I don't even know what they've been offered.
It seems
yet.
like a lot.
Who do
of
we
these
got?
teams,
Polanco playing short?
Yeah, and I like Polanco.
I mean, he got busted for PEDs though.
Yeah, he did.
When he was playing well.
He did.
Dude, none of these bigger mega contracts are getting signed right now.
No.
Nobody's signing them.
No.
And there's like 400 people still in free agency.
Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous.
Nobody's signing anybody. I think the GMs are starting to catch on. Maybe we shouldn't be giving these huge 10-year contracts.
It was the same thing last year, though. I mean, the Twins got, Lance Lynn, who was supposed to be a pretty good, starting pitcher. They got him before the season started. I don't know. If you're going to go young, go young.
Just call them all up and go.
I'm not even necessarily say calling him up right away. Lewis probably isn't ready right now, but at some point, this year, at the starting of next year, he would need to be up.
In closing on the Twins, do you have any other thoughts, TJ or Pat, on maybe the direction of the future and what is there any potential free agents we might be able to sign?
Pat would probably know better than I do, but I think my closing statement on the Twins would just be they still got me semi-hooked because I'm such a Byron Buxton fan, and I think it's funny that most people are kind of like consider him a bust, but I look at all the Twins social media and all their advertisements and everything, and they're pretty much all Buxton centered. Like it's they still think he's a main guy, so I don't know. I think hopefully he can. Like you said, he put on a little weight. Hopefully that keeps him healthy. But, I mean, all in all, if they're just going to keep it, centered around what Buxton and Sano do, I think they're probably looking at like 500 at best this year.
Yeah, I'd probably say 500. But again, the AL Central is not a very good division. I guess I haven't been paying too much attention to.
You're saying
Cleveland.
500 at best?
Probably.
That's probably it's probably similar to last year.
It'll probably go the same.
500.
They could overachieve a little bit, but then like they won't do anything, and Cleveland will kind of just run away with it at the end, probably.
Yeah, I mean, but Cleveland has also been talking about trading, Kluber and getting rid of a couple other higher priced players. So I mean, the division is there for the taking. Am I expecting the Twins to win the division? No, but it's such a bad division.
Yeah, it just makes you wish they'd go for it.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Don't the White Sox have a bunch of good young players?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the entire Central.
Yeah.
I mean, the Tigers are starting to get young. The Royals are really young. They're not any good. Cleveland
They're
wants them
like
to be
2
good.
years removed from winning the World Series.
Yeah, but I mean, they kind of did the same thing. They brought a bunch of guys up. They took their lumps and then got good. The only difference between what they've done and what the Twins didn't do is that they used some of their assets in the minors to go after like Johnny Cueto and get players to help them.
Yeah, Twins never do that.
Yeah, the Twins. I mean, we did it one time, and it was to get Shannon Stewart.
And that worked out way better than anyone even anticipated.
Oh yeah. I mean, getting Shannon Stewart wasn't even like a big.
He was a good player.
Big deal. Yeah, I mean,
he caught fire.
Yeah, he finished in the MVP voting that year.
Drew Brees can throw further than Shannon Stewart.
You can throw farther and harder than Chris Chandler.
Isn't Shannon Stewart? Am I thinking of the person played outfield?
Yeah.
Right field?
Yeah, he did.
And he had a terrible arm?
Did he play right or left?
Left, I think.
Oh, yeah, he was playing left. What am I thinking about? I'm over here thinking he's on the right side. He's playing left field.
Think about the Twins. They got 3 really good arms out in the outfield. It's just Kepler can't hit. Buxton can't hit. And Rosario can hit, but he's not a great defender. But Buxton he'll do well this year.
How could they go for it though? Like I said that, and then I started thinking about it. Like they're not gonna get Harper or Machado.
No.
Like what else is out there?
Isn't there a lot of free
Dallas
agents though
Keuchel.
that are below those guys? So isn't I think they should go for pitching because our offense isn't. We just need pitchers. That's how budget ball teams win, was with pitching. Pretty much.
Well, I mean that was the main focus of the Oakland A's success back in the day.
Is Irvin Santana gone?
Yeah, he's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah, he was a free agent. But like the Oakland A's back when this whole Billy Bean thing was Mulder, Zito, and Tim Hudson.
There was the movie that came out, Moneyball, didn't focus on the pitching at all.
I know it was.
It made no sense. It was all pitching.
Well, I mean,
that season for them was a lot of pitching.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, their best players were their pitchers, and then they just had guys that could get on base, I guess.
And when the Twins got good, we had good pitching.
Yeah, Santana, Lariano,
Brad Radke,
our World Series, Jack Morris,
Yep.
Burt.
When you're playing, when you're a small market Moneyball team, you got to get pitching. So the Twins should take the $30 million that they've promised that they're going to spend, still left to spend, and put it towards the. I think they need one starter and one bullpen at minimum. Probably a couple bullpen guys.
They're going to use the Ricky Nolasco
Yeah, that's what they do.
contract as an excuse on why they don't want to pay, good money to pitchers.
Cool, then it's an outdoor bar.
Yep, they always have an excuse.